CHIOMA arrived at the university premises for the first time, her heart swelling with excitement and pride. It was a dream come true. The sprawling campus, with its grand buildings and lush gardens, looked like something out of a storybook. She felt a deep sense of responsibility to make her parents proud and to change the fortunes of her family. Coming from a poor background, CHIOMA had worked tirelessly to secure her place at the university, believing that through her education, her parents and siblings would have a better life. As she stood there, admiring the beautiful surroundings, she felt a gentle tap on her shoulder. Turning around, she saw a familiar face break into a wide grin. It was Blessing, her childhood friend from their village. "Blessing! Is it really you?" CHIOMA exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with joy. "CHIOMA! Of course, it's me! Who else would it be? A campus ghost!" Blessing laughed, pulling CHIOMA into a warm hug. "I can't believe you're here too. We both made it," CHIOMA said, still holding onto her friend's hands. "True. I have missed you, Blessing. It's so good to see a familiar face here," CHIOMA said, her voice softening. "I've missed you too, CHIOMA. We've got a lot of catching up to do, but first, let's find our dorms and settle in. Then we can start this new adventure together," Blessing said, linking her arm with CHIOMA's. As they walked through the campus, side by side, CHIOMA felt a renewed sense of confidence and hope. With Blessing by her side, she knew that no challenge would be too great. They were ready to embrace this new chapter, determined to make their dreams come true and to change their homes for the better. After a few weeks at the university, CHIOMA settled into her routine, balancing her studies and social life. Blessing, ever the social butterfly, introduced her to Abike, a friend from her high school. Abike was charismatic and had a tight-knit group of friends who were always in the know about the latest parties and events. One evening, as CHIOMA and Blessing were studying in the library, Abike approached them with a wide smile. "Hey, Blessing, and you must be CHIOMA. Blessing talks about you all the time. We're having a get-together tonight at my place. You should come." CHIOMA hesitated, but Blessing nudged her playfully. "Come on, CHIOMA, it'll be fun. We can take a break from all this studying." Reluctantly, CHIOMA agreed. That night she found herself in Abike's apartment, surrounded by new faces. The atmosphere was lively, with music playing and laughter echoing through the room. However, as the night went on, CHIOMA noticed some things that made her uncomfortable. Abike's friends passed around a bottle of alcohol, urging everyone to take a drink. CHIOMA politely declined, but the pressure was palpable. "Oh, come on, CHIOMA. Just one sip won't hurt," one of the girls insisted. CHIOMA stood firm, shaking her head with a smile, but the incident left her feeling uneasy. A few weeks later, during another gathering, CHIOMA overheard a conversation between Abike and another girl about skipping classes to go to a popular club. "You can't study all the time, CHIOMA. Life is about having fun, too," Abike said, noticing CHIOMA's apprehensive look. Again, CHIOMA refused to join, prioritizing her studies over the fleeting thrill of a night out. Despite these pressures, CHIOMA maintained her focus on her education. However, her resolve was tested when her parents informed her that they could no longer afford to send her money regularly. The financial strain began to weigh heavily on her, and she struggled to make ends meet. One evening, as she sat in her dorm room, worrying about how to pay for her textbooks and meals, Abike knocked on her door. "CHIOMA, we're going out tonight. You should come. You look like you need a break." CHIOMA sighed. "Abike, I can't. I need to save every penny I have. Things are really tight right now." Abike's expression softened, and she placed a hand on CHIOMA's shoulder. "I get it. But there's a way you can make some money. It's not exactly legal, but it's quick cash. Just come with us tonight. See what it's about. You don't have to decide now." Desperate and feeling cornered, CHIOMA reluctantly agreed. That night she found herself in a dimly lit apartment with Abike's friends, who were engaged in selling illicit substances. CHIOMA felt a knot in her stomach, but knew she needed the money. Over the following weeks, CHIOMA became entangled in the risky behaviors she had initially resisted. She attended parties, helped sell substances, and even skipped a few classes to keep up with the new demands on her time. Each action was against her will, but her desperation and lack of resources left her feeling like she had no choice. Blessing noticed the change in her friend and confronted her one evening. "CHIOMA, what's going on? You've missed classes, and I heard some rumors. This isn't you." Tears welled up in CHIOMA's eyes as she confessed everything to Blessing. "I didn't want to, Blessing, but my parents can't support me anymore. I had no choice." As time went on, CHIOMA found herself slipping deeper into the world of substance abuse. The initial reluctance she felt was replaced by a growing dependency on the substances that Abike's gang had introduced her to. The stress and pressure of university life, combined with her financial struggles, pushed her further down this destructive path. CHIOMA began to experience severe health problems. She often felt dizzy and weak, and her once bright eyes grew dull. She suffered from constant headaches and nausea, common symptoms of withdrawal. Her academic performance plummeted, and she started missing more classes. The addiction demanded more money than she had, and her desperate attempts to keep up led her to make increasingly risky decisions. Abike and her gang soon noticed that CHIOMA was no longer the reliable, hard-working girl they had once seen as an asset. Instead, she was becoming a liability, constantly needing more money and struggling to keep up with their demands. One night, Abike bluntly told her, "CHIOMA, you're on your own. We can't keep carrying you. You've become more trouble than you're worth." Feeling abandoned and utterly alone, CHIOMA knew she had hit rock bottom. Returning to the village seemed like the only option, but she was determined to fulfill her dreams and make her family proud, no matter what.